Hello, welcome to Day One Patch Podcast, episode 204. I'm your host, Ryan Johnson. Hey, Jerome Petty.
Hi.
Matt Lawrence.
What's going on?
How you guys doing?
Doing all right?
Yeah?
Yeah. Crazy ass weather today.
Yeah.
So it's been spring for a week or two?
Yep.
A little over a week, I guess.
And then
And we got snow. I mean,
but we had like a hiatus. Like in winter, we had an hiatus from winter.
yeah.
And then today, as I was looking out the window in the morning, I not simultaneously, but consecutively saw rain, hail, then snow, then rain again in like a 10-minute period. So that's interesting.
The problem with our calendar is, though, our seasons are set not to the actual planet, but to the calendar months.
Right.
The calendar months get out of sync with what actually is happening with the planet.
It's like more like a logistics thing at that point, right?
But I think we need to adjust where the seasons actually lay because they're a little screwed up. Plus, you got climate change screwing up all the weather patterns, and who knows what's going to happen in the next 50 years. So,
Yeah.
All right.
I was going to make a dramatic point about hail for some reason, but I don't have one. So
what do you mean a dramatic point? Like,
I don't know. I was going to I don't know.
it's going to be hail.
I was going to try to, that's exactly, I was going to try to do some like stupid pun, but it just failed me.
Well, you know what else is stupid? Is Late Show Fun Facts with David Letterman.
Oh, God damn it.
He just had a new episode of My Next Guest come out
Please
today.
vote in a Twitter poll.
I didn't
like
watch
it.
the third episode. I actually completely forgot about that one.
Third episode was Malala.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
How was it?
Good. They've all been pretty good. Although today I watched a video on how someone doesn't like the editing style on it. There's a lot of moving, sweeping camera angles and a lot of cuts and stuff. It's just some YouTuber who thinks he knows everything who was complaining, but
Yeah.
I mean, he's a critic, I assume.
I guess fine. I got nothing wrong with it. I'm just
but
saying.
with this show in particular, you could minimize it and run it in the background. Like you don't actually need to watch this show.
Like it could be an audio
It could
show.
be it could be an audio podcast.
That's interesting.
Okay, Matt, you're gonna hate this one.
Oh, Christ.
Despite the common advertising claim, few gifts that are perfect for dads are also perfect for grads.
I'm not going to warrant that one with a response. Don't you silently read over there. I see you looking at that book. He's going to do another one, isn't he?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna do a bunch here.
Fuck. No.
Why?
Because they're dumb.
What do you mean they're dumb?
They're dumb.
Please explain to me.
They're dumb. The definition of dumb, read that in like the Webster's dictionary, and then it applies to that book.
It does, doesn't it?
It literally does. Listen to the fact, or the in quotes fact that you just read.
What about it?
Was dumb.
Yeah, but they're funny.
No, they're not funny. Not funny at all.
This one is kind of amazing because this is a hot topic now. I know they've been talking about this for a while, but this is a hot topic now. But this is kind of funny. This book came out, 2000?
Late 2000s?
Yeah, something like that. This one says, archaeologists believe the Great Wall of China was built to keep out Mexicans.
What the hell?
Isn't that timely?
Yeah.
Wow. See how good Late Show Fun Facts are?
Out of how many
Timeless.
facts
Timeless
are some of them timeless or timely or
They're
whatever?
all timeless.
They're not timeless. I promise you. Promise you that.
All right, last one. You ready?
Nope. And neither is the world.
No, they're not.
I thought you had it ready.
All
What
right.
are you doing? Come on.
I've read this one multiple times, but this one cracks me up. The highest grossing movie of all time is Crocodile Dundee 2. I love that one. All right, that's good enough.
They should be making fun of the
But
third
it's
one.
Crocodile Dundee 2.
2, yeah.
Not the first one, but 2.
All right, what's new with you guys? Actually, wait, I'm mixing up my schedule here. Top stories. Spyro Trilogy has been announced.
Yeah.
Completely rebuilt and remastered, coming out for Xbox One and PS4.
Woo!
PC too, I think.
There's probably going to be a Switch in there, a Switch announcement, because the Crash Bandicoot now is coming to the Switch.
It's weird that the Switch announcements are usually late. It's like, oh, they're coming to, Xbox and PS4, and then all of a sudden it's like a couple months later, it's like, and also the Switch. It's like they had to confirm if it could run it
I
or
wonder
something.
what that is. Yeah.
Like, what are they doing?
Maybe Nintendo wants a separate launch for it.
Maybe.
I
That could be it.
Xbox One is getting No Man's Sky, and then No Man's Sky is getting a big update that's going to add some more content to that game. So a total of one content for that game now.
Well, no, they had a couple updates.
Yeah,
they had like that
did,
foundation building one or something.
Shadow of War is removing microtransactions. So
that's a weird story. I remember you sent me that.
Yeah. And Spider-Man, we finally got a release date for the Insomniac made Spider-Man game. On September 7th is when you can get your hands on that on PS4.
I saw some parallels of that game being drawn to the original Spider-Man 2 game from 2004, I
The
think.
one everyone loves.
And it looks, it's going to be great. It's going to be real great, yeah. I mean,
No,
it was only
it-
a web-slinging scene, but still.
I do look forward to that game. I don't care much for Spider-Man, but that does.
That game looks awesome, right?
See, I think the problem with movie games, with the exception of Spider-Man 2, because that was a good game, is they usually hand them to some small developer who doesn't have the same skills to make it a good game. But if you have something like the Arkham series, that was a good developer who made a good Batman game. And this is Insomniac. They're going to make a good Spider-Man game.
Mm-hmm.
I often wonder, like, they obviously give it to a smaller studio, like you said, but I wonder if they had gotten their shit together earlier and said, okay, we know this is a smaller studio, so let's give them X amount extra time. I want to know whether those movie games wouldn't be such a trope of being bad, like such a trope of being bad.
I think what happened is the movie studios wanted to make a quick buck.
Yeah, of course.
So they just said, make this game, we'll sell like 100,000 copies and that'll be fine.
Ugh.
You know, something like that.
But they end up like shooting themselves in the foot because they could be making millions.
They weren't looking at the bigger picture. They were just looking like it's a quick cash grab. Look at all the merchandise that comes around a movie. Most of it's cheap.
Most of it's cheap.
Cheap
yeah.
garbage that they just pumped out.
As somebody
to
who
make money.
works in retail, let me tell you, it's fucking cheap,
Yeah,
and it's more expensive than the good quality stuff.
that's weird. Huh?
It's because it's the licensing deal. Like they have to pay to have that license. Like for instance, they had me sign we have a camping chair section, and on the top of the aisle they put like a new display of camping chairs, and they said, "All right, we print the signs, laminate them, put them up." And as I'm putting them up, like there's an adult sized like folding camping chair. I think it was like an Outbound brand. And then right beside it, there's a kids branded, it's smaller chair physically, but it's a Spider-Man branded chair. It was more expensive.
But is that to pay for the license,
It's
or is that
probably to pay for
profit on the license?
Probably both.
It's
Probably
probably
both.
more of the second, but the first one also is in there as well.
Yeah. All right. So, what's new with you guys? What are you guys playing? Anything?
Go ahead, Matt. Start.
Doing quite a bit this week. Doing the Far Cry. I just finally left the first damn region.
It's incredible.
So like when we first played it, and this may be mentioned last week as well, but when we first played it, we got like kidnapped and taken to another region because we were like right on the cusp of the
You know
two
what?
regions.
That annoys me.
That annoys you.
Yeah.
Why?
Randomly being taken out of my experience and shoved into the story that I didn't choose when or for it to happen.
That sounds super fucking interesting.
I like it
like that.
because it's unique.
No, but it's like I just liberated like a settlement or whatever, right?
Yeah,
And I'm like, I wanted to go like check out new guns because I like leveled up my character.
yeah.
I want to go check out the new guns that are available, and they yank me out of that and throw me into the story.
But as you said,
That
you
sound-
fast travel everywhere.
Now I want to play this game.
it's
That sounds-
frustrating. It's frustrating.
That's what I liked about Grand Theft Auto 4. There were 2 or 3 key missions which you did not go initiate. They just kicked in automatically.
Yeah.
It's just like you're on your way to do whatever, and you get a phone call, and the mission starts, and you don't have a choice when to back out of it. And like I remember one time I just bailed, like I just quit, and I went back in, and then there was no marker, and I'm just like walk around, and then it just kicks it back in again. And like I'm like that.
Well, because
I wish
that's more like
games
real
did
life,
that.
right? Where like
Yeah.
someone would call, someone doesn't call and say help and hurry,
Yeah,
and then
you
like,
get to
wait
fucking
6
wait,
hours.
yeah.
But it's also ridiculous that they're trying to kill me this whole time, and then they capture me and don't kill me multiple times.
Because they're trying to, spoiler alert, religiously like revive you.
They're trying to
and-
save me,
They're trying to save you. Yeah.
but yet their goons will keep shooting at me.
Yes. Because the goons don't get like the memo. Like the goons get a mission. Like you get a bunch of goons together and they say kidnap you. So those goons kidnap you. The other ones are guard against threats. Like that's their order. So if
Yeah.
you're a threat, they're going to shoot at you. Which actually brings me to the one point is a lot of people are complaining about the amount of activity in the game. Like there's just a lot going on. Liberating a region, or at least in my experience, did actually really lower the amount of crap.
It
going
helps,
on.
yeah.
It's still like, which I do like a lot. I like the fact that my first region is pretty clean. Like, there's still a lot of stuff happening, which is a little bit ridiculous. Like animals are running around and crap, but like it's not as absolutely crazy where there's gunfights every 2 seconds and helicopters ripping around and stuff. So like that's refreshing a bit. Where it's like you've cleared this region out and you did just that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot in that game, and I don't fast travel in that game. So I've been stuck in that first region for a really long time, and I'm just now getting to the Whitetail region, which is the northern region. I have never even set foot in Faith's region, so there's that.
What is nice though, all the regions feel different though. It's pretty unique.
Yeah, the Whitetail one for sure. Like the Whitetail one is like really mountainous.
Mm-hmm.
So like I've been really just kind of like treading around the mountains. Like that's what I did last week. Basically, was I was just kind of in the mountains, and that was before I even went to the first thing. Like I wasn't doing. I probably have like 10 or 15 hours of me just ripping around in the mountains without doing story missions. Then I went back to the first region and did that. So
you know what I do, Matt? I grab a plane and I fly across all the locations to unlock the fast travel.
Are you kidding me? Is that seriously what you're doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
So if I need to go there, the fast travel's unlocked.
That
You're losing out on Far Cry.
No, I'm not.
You're definitely losing out,
that's
especially
the
in
wrong.
Far
That's
Cry.
the wrong
What
way
am
to
I-
be doing
What
it,
am
man.
what am I missing? A freaking kidnapping van driving by?
You're missing an adventure to go find that.
Those things I stopped doing eventually. Like
Yeah.
I don't do every like little thing that
Oh,
pops
Ryan,
up.
you make me sad. And I usually start that sentence with Matt. You make me sad. But
I'm not missing much by not by driving.
I would
everywhere.
say you are. I'm finding fishing holes and stuff, and I'm going fishing in them.
I don't care about
I'm
fishing in that
selling.
game.
I'm like making a bunch of money. Like I was telling Aaron that I was out fishing for trout, and he's like, "How many like fish did you catch?" And I was like, "Well, I caught like a 37-pound trout or something like that." And he was like, "Well, how many fish like total?" And I was like, "Well, in the stat screen, I caught 30." And he's like, "Holy crap!" Because I guess it's just like
I don't
a
care
mundane
about
activity, but I'll just
fishing,
go out there
yeah.
and fish. Like I don't care. Like, and I'm finding like fishing things and
See, would you waste time fishing in that game? There's no reason to fish.
you Adriana wouldn't.
I probably wouldn't fish, no. But I also can appreciate if somebody wanted to just go fish.
Yeah, like I'm
That's
literally
fine.
I'm ripping
I can
around.
appreciate
I
it,
see a
too.
pond, I go fishing. Like that's just what I'm doing.
I can appreciate it too. I'm just not going to do it.
It's bizarre to me that you're almost like rushing this game. Like
Yeah.
like I'm
No,
actually getting.
this is how I used to play games.
I don't know, Ryan. I've been on chat with you. You've been playing this game. You've been complaining about this game quite a bit.
I have problems with it, but
there's a lot of like unpolished features for sure. But I'm really enjoying the ripping around. I don't know. I just really like it. Driving everywhere, walking everywhere. I'm on my I'll walk from a town to the next town. Like I don't care, whatever.
I mainly walk in games.
Well, in this game, like thematically, you should be driving, but I don't care. I'll just walk, I guess.
No, but he'll drive if you. If
Yeah,
that
no,
vehicle-
I'll drive. If I have to, I'll drive. I'm saying I don't use fast travels
Yeah.
unless I have to.
Or it's
or-
in game.
It's a game mechanic.
Yeah.
And speaking of fast travel, we are closing in on the end of Dying Light, Adriano and I. So
Nice.
that's something else I was doing this week, and doing a little bit of the Monster Hunter as well. So
So Matt, so
Going on?
I've showed you how I approach an open world game.
yes,
What do you think of the way I play open world games?
so I have a question, I guess.
Okay.
It's really bizarre to me that. So okay, I understand your thing where it's like, so to explain to the listeners here, you know, let's say the main mission takes us to the North Bridge. Okay, so if en route to the North Bridge or under the North Bridge even, there's like a side mission, we'll go do it. But there's we have a bunch of missions in our log that are complete and we haven't cashed them in. Because we'll go and do the mission and the mission will be complete, but we have to go back and tell the person. And because we never go back to that place, we never cash in the mission.
Yeah,
But we're missing out on like a shit ton of experience.
that's okay.
But
Are we being inhibited by that? Like
Like,
can we,
you know- you know how
is
we
it
just got the
is it
grappling
difficult
hook?
for us to not progress because we don't have that XP?
Well, we are dying like once every mission. Like we are getting hurt pretty bad.
We're hurt. No, we're dying because we fucking missed the jump and we fall and we die.
There's
not
that,
because of
there's
that.
that.
That's why we're dying. Not because
You
I have
know
a
that
question,
you know
though.
that grappling hook? You know that grappling hook? I got that grappling hook probably the first or the second day of playing, and I didn't even know who Rias was.
I have a question though. So when you play your games, are you trying to immerse yourself in that character and do how they would have done in that world? Or how you would have done in that
I
world?
try to make it like a split. Not only
So-
how they would do it, but also how I would do it.
So what I'm thinking is, if you received a quest from someone to say, go pick up these bandages from this place, right? And on your quest to the main mission, you find the bandages. But you have no
Shouldn't you return it?
but you have
Shouldn't
no
return it?
reason to go back.
That's the question I have.
Is it a
like,
main mission?
Like
No.
no, but like thematically, shouldn't we be going even in your system? Like I'm fine with the doing things on route. That's fine. But shouldn't, even if the mission, like let's say we go to the North Bridge we do objective A, and we have to either return to B or there's an objective B, like a second objective that's like a little bit out of the way. Like, shouldn't thematically we still do that? That's my question.
Oh, well, before I get to that, let's go back to your bandages example. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a mission. Go get bandages. On my way to the bandages, I find bandages, or I
No.
go to the bandages?
Your mission is to save the world.
My mission is to save the world.
You're on your way to save the world.
Okay.
You receive a side mission,
Yeah.
to get some bandages. You continue on your way to save the world.
Yep.
You find the bandages because they're on the way.
Yeah.
You pick up the bandages.
Yep.
You're saying you do not go back and deliver those bandages.
That's the
You
question.
continue on to save the world.
Exactly. There you go.
But I'm saying
that's weird.
in universe, if that character found the bandages he was asked to go find, would he not say, "Oh, I'll go return these"?
Yeah. I'm not saying that I won't return them. I'm just not going to return them now. When I
So
when
when?
I am back,
So
when,
you
when
won't,
I
yeah.
am there, when I happen to be where I am and I need to deliver the bandages, I would deliver the bandages. Matt, when we happen
like,
to
in real life-
when we happen to be in those places where we have to cash in those missions, we will cash in those missions,
But, like,
and we will just reap in the XP.
In real life, though, if someone asked me to do something and I happened to do it while I was out, it would then be on my priority list to then go back and
Yeah, I
Not
agree
with
with
me.
that.
If somebody asked me to do something while I was out and I did it, I'd be like, when I get back to that person, I will then deliver what I need to.
But if you have no reason to get back to them ever again, they'll never see those bandages.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just want to understand. That's all.
Yeah.
I have my own quirks with gaming. It's fine.
I can't be bothered to do. Oh, go the way the fuck out here because we put a mission out here.
You know what helps with that?
Go do something.
Fast
And-
travel.
No, it's not. No.
Fast travel helps
That's
with
actually an interesting concept. Is you're doing this, I assume, to save time because you just want to get to the credits.
I'm not doing it to save time to get no, because in fact, actually, if you look at my playtimes for games, my playtimes for those open world games are really fucking long.
But you usually
It's not-
say
it's
like
not-
whenever
it's not-
whenever
it's
a
not-
mission's like
it's
out of
not
the
that
way.
it's not that to necessarily fast track it.
Yeah.
That's just a byproduct sometimes. It's mainly to immerse myself in what would this person do in this situation. It's like, oh, this
but
person.
that's not immersive to not return to them. That's what we're saying. Like
But
like that's not immersing.
But to me,
immersing
though,
yourself.
but to me, everything is a priority. Like this person needing a Band-Aid is not that important in the grand scheme of things of me saving the world. Me saving the world is even if that person's going to die because they don't have the Band-Aid that I have. I can sacrifice that person if it means me saving the world.
But okay, in a real life scenario, I understand it. If I asked you to pick up some pencils for me while you're out at the store,
Yeah.
I'm not going to expect you to drive all the way from Hamilton to my house to deliver them. You're gonna give them to me next time you're at my house.
Yes.
That makes sense. But in the game world, stuff is generally pretty close.
No,
Yeah.
not when you ignore fast travel. Let me tell you.
but it would still take you like 10 minutes to get to them.
I
If
can't-
that even.
I can't.
Especially in that game with all the parkour and stuff, you can get back to the tower easily.
I can't be bothered. I just can't be bothered.
See, like
it's
that's
not
what I mean. Is
fucking
like
worth
when you
it.
say you can't be bothered, and you've also said we don't have time to do this. I don't understand why you wouldn't use fast travel then. Like if the interest is to
Because
If the interest is to save
because my
time-
priorities are immersion first. That is my top. That's my
What
top.
if the reward is some like cool item or something? Does that change it at all?
No,
No.
Only like you have to give me a specific example. More likely, it's going to be no. You have to give me a specific
The
example.
best weapon in Dying Light possible.
If I went up against the final boss over and over again, and I am underpowered, and I am not leveled up, and I don't have a proper weapon, I would then go do a bunch of side missions to level up.
Because that prioritizes the main mission.
And then and
Technically.
to get that super awesome weapon,
Yeah.
and then that would put me back on track.
All right.
That's how I would do that.
I get it. But I don't agree, but I get it.
That's fine. That's all I ask. But Matt, you played something else you didn't mention.
what? What have I been playing? Oh, Fortnite.
Yeah, I literally came downstairs. You're playing Fortnite.
Yeah, so still playing the Fortnite off and on, and learning more.
Yeah.
Actually getting kills now, so definitely improving. We got to I'm playing duos with Marty, and we got to number 2. And you were playing duos, Ryan, with
Yeah.
Marty, and you guys got number 3.
It was duos and there was 4 players left, so we were technically in second, I guess.
It depends if one of the duos
Right.
was left.
Yeah, I
'Cause
don't
it's
know.
total players, it's
Yeah.
not. But yeah, it was really interesting. Marty was like having a big battle with the last 2 guys. I had already died, and so yeah, we got number 2. That was pretty exciting last night, 4 a.m. So yeah,
It's a fun game. I'm not sure if I'm going to play it alone ever. It's more just going to be like a party type game. If everyone says, "Hey, let's play Fortnite," then I'll play it. But I don't know if I'm gonna prioritize it. At all.
I'm gonna give it a fair shot after the next Overwatch event.
Yeah.
I would say it's definitely a multiplayer game. Like it's definitely like
Yeah.
I'd want to play duos or
Although
or
it's
teams.
amazing how quickly you can jump in and out, which is incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If you want to play 5 rounds before like leaving for work or whatever you're doing or whatever, it's easy. You know.
Yeah.
I can also see myself catching up on podcasts with this.
Oh, yeah,
Doing,
that's
like
good,
just
too.
bringing podcasts on and then just
Yeah.
doing this.
Man, I gotta listen, man. I'm too scared. Like I gotta hear the footprints, hear if someone's reloading, hear all that shit. Like I don't want to be distracted. I need just the game audio because I don't know what direction they're in, what they're doing.
Nah.
If they're running at me, are they hunkering down? Are they building? What are they doing?
That does help. Yeah, but
And the bearing, like we were calling out bearings last night. I don't know if you were doing that with Marty.
the directions.
Yeah, like it'd be like bearing 231 moving toward northwest.
I wasn't going that intense.
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
on the top when you're looking. There's literally
okay,
a number.
then I'm not going to partner up with you because I don't want to be doing that.
Fine. Literally, if someone
Start doing a math equation while you're playing the game.
If you're no at the top.
Fucking compass,
Yeah.
raw map and a compass.
At the
just-
top, no matter what you're looking at, there's a number at the top, and that's your bearing number. All it is a number, but it's a universal number. Because if you're in a house and I'm in another house, right, and we're like the houses are next door. If I say to the left, your left could be my right because you could be facing the other direction. So I say bearing 201. You look at the top and you turn to 201. That's all it is.
Do you go camping at all, Matt? Like, are you?
I'm not going camping. What?
I don't know.
I ain't going outside. We evolved to be in utility-filled buildings.
He's not wrong.
Fucking tent.
I totally agree with you, Matt.
Friggin' hot ass tent, dirty friggin' environment.
Cities are our bird nest.
There you go.
All right, and then Bloodborne. We've been playing Bloodborne.
Blood bomb.
I'm almost done the DLC, which is exciting. And you're chugging away at the game.
Yeah.
You gonna beat this thing this week?
You're pretty close.
Maybe this week. I don't know. I was actually gonna. When I woke up this morning, I wasn't going to go to work this weekend. But now I'm going to work on Sunday, so that eats up my entire Sunday. So maybe I don't know if you and Aaron want to do some Sunday night bloodboarding.
That's fine. Yeah,
How far are you getting in those co-op sessions?
Pretty far.
yeah. He's almost done. I'd say he's like 65% of the way.
Yeah.
So like you guys, let's say you guys sit down on Sunday. Are you gonna beat it?
We could,
we could,
but depending
That
on
would
what
actually be
time.
really nice.
Depending on what time.
Well, no. I'm basically asking how long would it take? You guys all group up. Let's say you start right now. How many hours?
When I was in his location, and like Aaron joined me, and he took me to the end. Only like a few hours.
Well, then you guys can do that.
If we want, you might want to look around and,
yeah,
and do some stuff.
and like
but-
the DLC, like that's not. Like I still want to go explore the DLC.
yeah,
Are there credits when you beat the boss?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, there you go. You should aim for your credits and then go explore.
Well, I don't know if you can do the DLC after beating.
Yeah, that's
the,
why. Like you haven't hit the credits in your character.
No, because I'm afraid that
You won't be able to backtrack.
yeah, because I think it starts New Game Plus after that, and at that point I'd have to work my way back through the game just so I can do multiplayer with him
Oh wow.
and even Marty. So I'm not going to be able to finish the game until Marty gets through it if he's going to play it.
Jesus.
Yeah,
And they're gonna be fucking super powered.
maybe yeah. Although the last boss is pretty hard.
That game sounds pretty punishing, even in mechanics. Like just like oh, I can't play multiplayer now, and oh, I gotta watch what I do.
Yeah,
and
nothing's easy in that game.
That's
no.
just I don't like that.
I am seriously considering giving Dark Souls a try when it comes to remaster or Neo.
Yeah, I watched a video on the changes on that. You're right. It's pretty much the same graphics. They've only made like lighting changes
and the horsepower
and a few textures and some of like the vines and like branches and stuff. They sway now where they didn't before.
Yeah, but like also like just other major changes they've added we put a bonfire here because people were complaining.
Mm-hmm.
You can now like use multiple items at once or multiples of one item instead of one, and like you can change equipment at a certain area now when you couldn't do it before. It's shit like that.
What's fascinating though is watching this video. A big Dark Souls guy on YouTube, he was saying that this game is not meant for previous players; it's meant for new players because they didn't add anything that would make an old player go back, other than
interesting.
playing for nostalgia, right?
Because the game's aged now to the point where you're gonna like definitely have a kind of a newer crowd, like some people who missed it or who went.
But
to
what's weird
Bloodborne.
though is that first game is so clunky in terms of how the character controls.
Yeah.
Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne they just feel amazingly better than that
Like
original
the actual
Dark
like
Souls.
mechanics are just
Everything.
generally better, right?
The combat, the dodging, everything feels better. So I don't. It might turn people away even more than Dark Souls 3 would.
Jesus.
I think Bloodborne was a good launching point to get into those types of games, and hopefully Bloodborne 2 is coming out. So,
Well, Bloodborne, maybe that is it. Maybe there were so many people that just did Bloodborne that now they're gonna, like Adrian was thinking of doing, just go into the Dark Souls, where you're not gonna go way back.
right.
You're gonna go in with the same level of mechanics.
Well, because like from what I hear though, there's two ways to approach your character in Dark Souls. Like you can do the parry, and you can try to like parry things, or you can just do a shield. Like people who don't want to do the parry system can just do shield. Like
I do shield,
block
yeah.
and then just hit.
Yeah, Bloodborne's the same way. You can do like melee, or you can level up your gun and actually do a bunch of parries with your gun, and then get visceral attacks. Aaron's current build is meant for that.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's hop into the stories.
I've
Spyro.
also been playing.
Oh,
No, nothing. I've been playing a fuckload of Hearthstone.
okay.
Oh, it's an
That's not-
expansion,
that's
right,
not
guys?
new.
You updating your apps? Updating your apps?
I think mine's uninstalled.
We need you need the card back from the Android, the
Yeah, that's
Galaxy
true.
phone.
Yeah.
Gotta get that Galaxy card back.
I also need to get the Fireside one that I never got, that never unlocked for me.
Are you coming to Matt's after tonight?
Movie night, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how I feel at the end of this.
because you could just download it and then quickly sign in.
Yeah, we'll see. Because there was also that Fireside card back that I never got.
What
It
the
was
hell is that?
play against three players in one session, like on the same local network.
Oh,
like,
right. Yeah.
Marty was down here one time, and like we did like a player rotation, and you're supposed to get like a Fireside card back. It never unlocked for me, and like that's a card back I don't have.
Interesting.
It's really infuriating. Hearthstone,
Spyro is coming back in
yeah.
the Reignited Trilogy for PS4 and Xbox One. So this comes with all three games. Spyro Reignited Trilogy has, let me see here.
Spyro the Dragon, Spyro
Spyro the
Reaper of
Dragon.
Rage, and Spyro Year of the Dragon.
That's correct. You got them all.
Fuck
1998, 1999, and 2000 respectively.
Oh fuck yeah!
What I find fascinating about this is these games are so beloved that they could charge $80 Canadian for that.
Yep.
But they're charging $40 American, which would
It would
be
be-
like
it would be
60
here.
60 here. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, I am super fucking pumped for that. And I sent the link to my brother. I'm like, if there's gonna be one thing that makes him get back into video games,
Do that.
it's gonna be that.
Who's the original developer? Insomniac? Was it?
I don't know. Never played Spyro.
Ask Bixby
no.
that.
I'm not gonna do that.
I don't know.
This
I
new
feel,
one.
I feel like there might have been a Spyro the Dragon game by Insomniac.
This
But
new one's being made by Toys for Bob,
The hell?
and they're building it from the ground up. So this is just like the
I've never heard of that dev though.
what's the other guy name?
The guy who made Crash.
Crash Bandicoot. Like they rebuilt that
I
game.
don't know what that was. A little finger twirl that I.
Oh, no, you're right.
him,
Insomniac.
that was him spinning.
You're right, Insomniac.
Yeah. So that like what was his name? Crash. Crash was built from the ground up too, but you had some problems with that remaster.
Yeah. It
So
was fucking infuriating. I've never.
So you're gonna hate this.
I very rarely, and I mean very rarely, rage quit games. I fucking rage quit that game. It was.
I feel like it's gonna be the same as Spyro.
No, but this it is the problem.
The problem would be the same, right?
No, but Crash Bandicoot is a platformer.
Yeah.
Spyro the Dragon is a.
it's kind of a platformer.
It is a platformer, but it's more of an open world,
Yeah.
just adventure game.
What I'm curious by is like these are games that we all grew up with, and that's why they're so popular. But I wonder if parents are buying these for their kids today. You know what I mean?
So they're going to be popular again.
I don't know. I'm just
Well, kind of
wondering.
like the Scooby Doo thing, right?
Mm.
Where Scooby Doo is popular among the younger generation.
Like I always heard like Skylanders was popular amongst kids, but I mean I don't know how popular it was, and it got shut down now, isn't it?
Man, I didn't realize how many
Don't do
fucking.
it.
I think it might be the wallet limit. It gets to the point where like parents are like, "Fuck!" Like I'm not going to buy 15,000 toys to
like Adriano did.
to like like it's too much. Well, you did too at the Disney Infinity. Like it's just too much.
Oh,
like,
it still kills me.
because it's like shelves upon shelves upon shelves. Like a bunch of digital items is one thing, but like God,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
too much.
And those toys are just gonna end up in their box in their closet. They're gonna have for the next 20 years
Yeah, that's the thing.
and show up at some thrift store later.
Or there's gonna be like so many that
Yeah.
there's gonna be boxes at that point.
I didn't realize how many fucking Spyro the Dragon games there are. So Spyro the Dragon, Ripto's Rage, Year of the Dragon, and then you go into like Season of Ice, Season of Flame, Enter the Dragonfly, Attack of the Rhinox, Orange, the Cortex Conspiracy, which is a crossover game with Crash Bandicoot. So there's like a purple Crash Bandicoot game that goes with it. A Hero's Tale, Shadow Legacy, A New Beginning, Eternal Night,
Holy God.
Dawn of the Dragon. And all that was between 98 and 2008. So that was 10 years. And then 10 years later now, in 2018, we were getting the original trilogy.
Reminds me of Ben Stiller's character in Tropic Thunder, where he has all those movies, all those like fire movies
Oh, yeah.
at the beginning.
Yeah,
That's so good.
it's the same teaser over and over again. They just...
Here we go again. Again. All right. What we got here?
Spyro!
No Man's Sky is getting a new update and is also coming out for Xbox One. Is this a second chance for No Man's Sky?
Not for me.
Is the Xbox crowd really going to buy this game?
I think they're going to get some purchases from some people that are curious.
For sure, but is this going to be a new life for No Man's Sky?
Is it coming out though? How much should we pay for No Man's Sky? How much?
Full price. I paid $80.
$80?
Yeah.
I paid $80. How much is it right now on PlayStation?
That's a good question. I don't know.
And how much
Is it
are
gonna be?
our Xbox players going to be paying for it?
Another good question. But they could be paying the same price because this one is coming with all the currently released DLC, which I guess was free.
Yeah, but it was free. It wasn't like all those updates were free for us, so it's not like.
But it's all brand new to them, so I could see it launching at the same price.
Let's see what it is on Steam.
I think I still think that it's gonna be burnt by the fact that it like was basically
Sucks.
just like a meme. Like it was just like it was such a big thing. Like how many bad threads on Reddit were there about that game? Like after a couple of
Do
days.
you think we'll see a documentary one day on this?
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait for that because I want to know what happened behind the scenes, and I also want to see what Sean Murray thinks now. He's kind of gone into hiding.
He tweets whenever there's like an update.
But nothing personal or anything like that. I would like he must feel horrible. I can't.
Well, because you can't really, if you do something bad on the internet and you make a mistake or have a bad product and you tweet after that, like people are going to attack you. It's just what's going to happen.
I'm sure it'd be fine now.
I don't know about that.
I don't think anyone cares. There's always trolls.
But like, it's still annoying for you to be like, hey, I really like going out to this park today or something, and then people are like, hey, you suck.
But,
well, here we go.
I want to interview with him and to see what he thinks of what happened, what went wrong. I want some answers. Is what I want.
The game needed features.
I understand what it needed. I want to know what led to it.
Yeah, that's a good question. I feel like they made like a playground where you were supposed to use your imagination, but that's not really what games are about.
Holy fuck!
What?
It is still $80 on the PS Store.
It does go on sale.
And that's Canadian.
It goes
on
on sale
PC.
on Steam.
On
It's
Steam, it goes on sale.
$66.
That's still a lot of money
Yeah.
because they're probably trying to recoup money, I guess.
Holy fuck! So their Xbox people are gonna be paying full retail.
The thing
Yeah.
is though, is like, yeah, it was like a flop, but if it depends, like, I don't know how long they're planning to support this thing.
This is a flop up here. No Man's Sky needs a ladder to get to that.
Jesus, but even still, like, it was a flop critically, but like it's at the point where I think we have to see where they're gonna stop supporting it. Like when they're done with it, how many features are there gonna be?
Yeah, but there's nothing that's going to make me go back to that game. No
Yeah,
amount
I'm not
of updates are
doing
going to
that.
make me go back because it's just not worth it anymore.
I'm not even gonna play it. Like, I've only played it here. I don't care about it.
But I think it was a good lesson too with the press hyping a game.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, for sure.
and how them getting excited for something and then it being a big flop like this was very enlightening.
And I fell for it. I was a victim.
You
I'm a
wanted
victim
it.
here.
You wanted it.
I know because
but we described the game after it came out, and you said walking around in an endless desert sounds enticing. That's literally what you said.
Well, no, he wanted to find stuff. The problem was there's nothing to find.
You look at rocks and cactuses and whatever else, cacti, and look at some weird giraffe.
I'm a
looking
victim
things.
here, Matt.
All right, let's move on.
Fake media.
Shadow of War is removing microtransactions. This is kind of fascinating because they got a lot of flack even before the game launched, and then during the game's launch, that you could actually buy orcs for your army through these loot crates. And what's weird about this is the whole game, the whole big thing about this game is the Nemesis system. And finding the orcs and taking them over and adding them to your army. This one just lets you buy the best orcs.
It's almost like what they tried to do was they they made the Nemesis system and everything, and then somebody showed up and they're like, okay, well, we need to monetize this. What do we do? Well, let's logistically in the menus make a mobile game.
Yeah,
and just the monetization of a mobile game with the gameplay of a console game.
I have to imagine the monetization comes from the publisher. I can't imagine.
I assume.
I can't imagine the dev wanting to put microtransactions.
But the thing is, though, is the dev wants more money too. Like everybody in the situation wants more money. So whose fault really is it?
The devs want more money, yes, but
I think
they're more creative
wanting,
types than
I think
business
they
types.
want more money is second to them wanting to make a good game.
Yeah,
I think if you put, hey, you're either going to make a really good game or you can make if you can either make a good game or make money, like which one do you want? They're going to say we want to make a good game.
So what's weird about this though is that the current system literally takes out a part of the game that the game is based on. That was the problem. They removed what made the game and made it just purchasable.
Yeah, it was really forced. And it was kind of hard. It wasn't constantly thrown in your face either. Strangely, it was.
I think they handled the microtransactions well. It was just what you got in the microtransactions that was the problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I think what they're struggling with is trying to monetize a single player game.
Yeah,
there's multiplayer aspects, little invasions and shit, but it's not like a Call of Duty.
So here's a statement from the developer. The core promise of the Nemesis system is the ability to build relationships with your personal allies and enemies in a dynamic open world. While purchasing orcs in the market is more immediate and provides additional player options, we've come to realize that providing this choice risks undermining the heart of our game, the Nemesis system. It allows you to miss out on the awesome player stories that would have otherwise created, and it compromises those same stories even if you don't buy anything. So they're getting rid of any orcs you can buy in these loot boxes. And any gold you currently have will be transferred into loot boxes, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think after this was first posted, Matt, I think you just simply said, "Oh yeah," after they have all your money already.
Yeah, who's really buying this game en masse anymore? You know?
Yeah, who's still working on their army?
Yeah,
well, I've bitched about this game off mic so much. The game is not the game has the potential to be really strategy based, but it really isn't. And so you're at the point where it's even if you get a bunch of shitty orcs in your army, you can win the battle.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm oh fuck, he has spiders. I better get a poison for spiders, a guy who knows poison. It's not like that.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of that, but it's not necessary. It's
I've never felt the need to purchase an orc.
That's the thing. It's oh, my guy's weak to that guy's effect, but I'm still gonna win. It's to that degree. So when are you feeling like you need to purchase it? Usually you purchase your way out of a challenge or a grind. This isn't kind of either.
Yeah, but I wonder how many people are still playing the game even.
That's a good question too.
Is it on Steam?
Yeah.
Do they does WB have their own fucking launcher now?
I don't know about that, but
It's on Steam. I know it's on Steam.
Doesn't Steam have show concurrent or current players?
oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah, you could check the numbers on that probably.
Yeah.
That won't give us console numbers, but
They're also fixing a problem with what were they called? The bases. What were they called?
Strongholds.
Strongholds. They're fixing an issue with that when Sauron's army tries to take it over after you've already taken it over. Apparently, it was a very tedious process to defend it. And I guess they're fixing something. I think you had a problem with that, didn't you?
I had a problem with something. I don't remember what the hell it was.
It was some weird mechanic where it was just it was boring and very difficult just to run around your stronghold defending it from an invasion army.
I don't think I've ever been invaded. I think it was, and this is a spoiler, I think it was that time where the guy turns on you.
spoilers.
And I think I was annoyed because it was I had just done that stronghold. I had gone and done another stronghold, after doing the game there and the grind a little bit there too. And then I came back for whatever reason, I think for story or something. I came back, and then the one guy betrays you. There's no way to defend against it. He just takes it. Then I got to go and fucking retake it again.
Because it's a story element.
In that case, it was a story element, yes, but it's like, how weak of a story element is it to be like, now replay this map? Oh, shit. Like, why couldn't I defend against him? And if I fail, fine.
They're probably just trying to stretch the game out.
See what I mean? Like, don't do that. Like,
what's dumb is, though, I don't think you can actually die in that game, right?
Well, you can. You can get killed and you'll like respawn.
No, but in
somewhere.
that universe, I don't think you can die, right?
Not in universe, no.
So like, what's this orc gonna do when he throws you off the building?
He thinks he's gonna like undermine you and then just like take it and like you won't be able to take it back.
You have a freaking wraith inside of you. Like, what's he planning? Like,
that's the thing. I don't know. It's that game's grindy as hell. Like, it's not grindy. It's samey as hell. Everything isn't like, it's not like I'm grinding for gold or anything. It's just like, go to this mission, oh, attack these guys. Go to this mission, now attack these guys. And the world's constantly, you're just fighting. You're just fighting that game all the time.
I preferred the map in the first game.
Yeah, so did I.
All right, let's move on to our last story. Spider-Man, the new Insomniac game, is coming out on September 7th, exclusively for PlayStation 4. Exclusive.
That's going to be pretty damn good.
So GameSpot asked the developers some questions.
Wait, sorry. When is it coming out?
September 7th.
I think isn't that when Spyro's coming out too? September or something?
Spyro is coming out September 21st.
Oh, fuck. That's going to be a tight month.
I don't know if it's going to be a tight month for Spyro and Spider-Man.
That's 3 games. Spyro's 3 fucking games.
All Insomniac developed.
Isn't COD coming out early?
Who gives a fuck about COD?
Well,
Who plays COD?
I fucking play COD.
I do too, yeah. Holy Christ.
That was aggressive as hell.
I'll be playing my Spyro the Dragon.
Anyway, GameSpot asked them some questions, and we have some answers here.
Go.
So first of all, the game will run a little better on PS4. Run and look a little better on PS4 Pro.
I was just saying, I'm like,
sorry,
I missed the Pro part. Where else is there a PC release that we don't know about?
Yeah, really.
It's going to be locked on at 30 frames per second on both systems, both PS4 and PS4 Pro, which is kind of nice, but kind of would have preferred 60, but that's fine.
Can't do it.
Lock 30 is good, though.
It's fine. It's not great.
Mary Jane is a playable character, and she will surprise a lot of people.
The hell does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe she'll
surprise. What am I going to be surprised? She's going to turn into Spider-Woman and
I don't know.
Man, if they did like a Spider-Gwen DLC,
that'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
At this point in the story, she knows that Peter is Spider-Man, so we don't have to deal with that.
You don't have to deal with Uncle Ben.
You don't have to deal with Uncle Ben. Yeah, he's already gone.
Was that a question? Was that a question that they asked?
Yeah.
Of course
will we see Uncle Ben's death? Hell no. Was the response?
Good.
Constantly Uncle Ben. Like, fuck.
Good.
Will there be microtransactions? Hell no again.
Hell yeah. You know.
The game
was that a hell no? Sorry.
That was a hell no. No microtransactions.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I got too fired up. And
but it will probably have its traditional season pass pack.
It does have DLC. Yeah.
Well, that's fine. That's more acceptable than microtransactions.
The game's open world is several times bigger than that of Insomniac's last big game, Sunset Overdrive. I don't never play that game really, so
I don't think anyone played that game.
It's apparently a lot of people like it.
I've played it. I've played quite a bit of it, but I just got bored of it.
DLC is planned for after launch. There is a crafting system, and you can take selfies with civilians and high-five them.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty good. I don't understand the crafting.
You must be able to craft spider gadgets.
Oh, that's cool. Actually, that's not bad.
And is it Spider-Man going to have the mechanical web slingers, or is it going to be all natural?
I want to run around picking up canisters and crafting my
That's going to be the crafting part.
My own web juice or whatever it is.
It's going to be the
maybe you can get better web juice.
If there were microtransactions, you could buy web juice.
Yeah,
that'd be scammy as hell.
My brother just got back to me after sending the Spyro the Dragon thing.
And what do you say?
Nice.
I'm taking the PS4.
You can have my PS4. So I'm gonna remove my primary account so you can't have any of my PS Plus games on there. They're all just gonna be fucking locked.
You son of a bitch.
So that's all I got. If anyone has a query recorder question, what do you got?
Ryan cut his mic.
You what? Hey Matt, you got this query recorder question? Yeah, mute that guy. Actually, like, get the fuck out of here.
Bring down his slider.
It'd be 2 minutes of silence, just sitting here.
What is your guys' take? And I don't know if Adriana's really experienced this too much, but what is your guys' take on the microtransactions that they're doing in single player games? So specifically, the one that comes to mind immediately is Far Cry, where And we just
There's
talked about Shadow of War.
microtransactions in Far Cry.
Yeah, so I'll explain this. So literally, like in that game, you make money by doing quests and stuff, right? Just straight up American dollars. But there's like whenever you go to buy something, like a boat, a plane, a gun, whatever, you can purchase it for silver, and silver is earnable in the game, or
Well,
to an
you
extent.
can find it.
Well, I've found 40 in a safe once, and I've earned 40 or something by doing the live event. So the live event kind of plays into
And what's
this
the
too.
conversion rate from silver to dollars?
So a gun or a car, I think, is what usually like 200 silver, something like that.
I guess. I don't know.
But is a
that.
car actually $30,000 in that game?
A car,
7,200 for a good one.
yeah, like
Okay,
7,200.
so already these metrics are skewed. All right.
So yeah, like it's not like realistic money. So like my question is what role does this play? Like, is this a valid monetization strategy, or does this like Shadow of War pulling out of or like getting rid of them prove that it's not viable to monetize games like this? And will that mean that single player games are actually dead
Well,
and that they need to do guns as a service?
here's my problem with Far Cry is that it's like, how impatient are these people who are buying these microtransactions? Like, oh, I really want that helicopter with the missile launchers and the machine guns on it.
Right.
But you could do a few missions and you'd have enough money to buy that helicopter. Like, nothing is unobtainable and is very easy to obtain.
I'm seriously curious as to whether that trait that you just said, like being patient and just earning it, is actually a trait, and this is total speculation, a trait of our generation of gamer.
But it almost seems like they're preying on the most impatient players,
I think they're preying
which could
on,
tend to be younger kids.
I was about to say, I think they may be preying on people who play iPad games.
Or the complete opposite, older people
People with money
who
to
have,
spend.
who have not only money to spend, but they don't have time. They have family, they have obligations, they literally just want to get in and out, and they don't have time to...
Oh yeah, so like
do that.
$10 to them to
But
get
the
like a couple
problem-
of things is fine. They don't care.
I gotta go pick up my fucking kid from daycare. I want to get this done quickly.
But even the problem with that, though, is you don't even need to buy anything, really.
Yeah, it's weird. Like you unlock stuff from missions. Like you unlock the base of stuff from missions. You unlock better stuff from missions.
And when you find guns and vehicles in the field, they unlock in the store.
Yeah, as long as you pick it up.
Yeah. So it really makes no sense. It's really,
I mean, there are special weapons and there are special vehicles and there
outfits.
are outfits.
But the outfits don't matter because unless you're playing multiplayer.
Yeah, because you can't go third person.
Yeah.
So like the aesthetic technically doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like the cars are cool. Like I remember I like saved up for my truck or
what the
whatever.
fuck? You can buy... Oh,
You can buy outfits. You can like customize your character. Like
yeah.
Actually, you get to choose male or female. This is the first Far Cry to do that, as far as
and
I
they don't
remember.
and they doesn't talk.
And they don't talk, and so you're just an avatar for someone else to see.
Yeah.
You never get to see yourself.
Really strangely, because you actually like get to do full character customization.
Well, full. I mean, it's like a haircut and like a different face.
Well, it's still like each part of it. Like it's
Yeah.
a Far Cry game. It's not like an MMO where you're spending 1,000 hours looking at yourself.
Yeah. I don't know. It
Okay.
just doesn't make sense. It's literally there for people who want to do it, and that's
But
it.
All right,
I
let
want to
me-
know whether because like they give us silver for doing the live events.
Then let me ask this. At any point, if there was something that you wanted in the store,
Right.
or something you needed in the store, and you didn't have enough money for it,
Yeah.
is there any point where you asked yourself, or you told yourself, I feel like this is taking me longer to get this than it should, and I feel like they're holding me back?
No.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Okay.
Because
That seems pretty-
literally, like I bought one of the better trucks, and it was $7,200, something like that,
Ford F-150?
something like that.
Fuck yeah.
Rolling over.
And it has like bullhorns on the front and a big like American flag on it.
Woo.
Wood paneling. Anyway, literally, if you catch 10 fish, which does not take much, and like I mean lower end fish, like trout is like a lower end fish in that game. You catch 10 fish, that's $1,000. I can catch a fish every 30 seconds, 40 seconds,
Selling these fish for fucking $100.
$100 each or more if they're better fish. Like I was doing shitty fishes in the beginning of the game. That's how I like saved up my last few thousand. I just went fishing in a random
But it's
pond.
so incredibly easy to make money. Like
Yeah, it
it's-
is. Yeah.
It would be absurd to actually spend real money on that game.
Like there's no motivation. Yeah, there's no motivation. Like even I don't even know if they had a car where they said or like something in the game, whether it was an outfit or whatever, where it was only silver. I don't even know if I would go after it. The only thing I can see them doing is maybe if you miss a live event,
Yeah.
like you miss that gold flamethrower, maybe that will in the future be only like purchasable through silver. Who knows?
So currently, right now, I have every class of best weapon, like every. How am I saying this?
Best weapon of every class.
Best weapon of every class, and I have the best vehicle of every class.
Well, best is in what? Because there's actually like a
whatever's
special
the
weapon.
most expensive and what takes longer to unlock in the game.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
I have an expensive set of clothing, 2 sets of
Right.
clothing. I still have $30,000. Like it doesn't make sense.
I'm starting to climb to that point. Like I have 17 grand and I have everything I need. Like
The prepper
more.
stashes give you cash.
That
you
too.
know?
A lot of cash.
Simply hunting animals that attack you. You don't even have to go out and hunt them yourselves. They'll just come and attack you, and you kill them. You take their skins, you sell them.
And that's
The
cash.
maps you find, you sell for $100. You know.
Yeah. Like literally, just playing the game gives you a bunch of money.
And I guess this is technically what we want from a developer with microtransactions.
But what? But
we don't
like,
want to feel pressure to use the microtransactions.
But where's the place for it? Like usually it's like, oh, this truck is 80 grand. You know, in this game, you know, you have a bunch of money, but like 80 grand is still quite a bit in that game.
Yeah.
So like, let's say like, oh, this truck's 80 grand, or you know, $10.
Right.
So it's like at that point, you know, if they had an $80,000 truck and it was or $10 Canadian, it's like, well, 80 grand is gonna take a while to go. So like, you can block the grind, but in this game, you're not grinding to get any of the stuff.
Yeah. You're just playing the game, which you would normally do. Making money is such a passive idea to me in that game. I never go out saying I need money. You know?
Yeah, like it's like you're able to kill everybody. Like there's no like special guy where it's like you need to have a really powerful sniper to take this guy out.
Yeah.
Like you're able to take everybody out.
I personally don't think microtransactions really need to be in single player games.
But then the thing is though, is if it fails,
Then no more
are
single
they
player
going
games.
to say, okay, Far Cry World,
Yeah.
and here's like some quests, and you have to join a hub town. And
Yep. That's what they'll do.
You think that's what they're going to do?
As of right now, the only developers making single player games are with like a focus on only single player is like Bethesda and like PlayStation.
And Ubisoft, obviously.
But there's multiplayer components to that.
Yeah, it's like co-op in the same world.
Yeah.
I don't think that's. I think you can still call Far Cry a single player game. Like it's not like Division where it's like there's a hub town and you have to connect.
Yeah.
And whatever. I don't know. It's just it's out of place, and it's not like I'm disgusted at it, which is like I don't know. It's weird. Like they didn't force it on you, and that's what we want. But it's so out of place. It's like, why is this even here?
Why even do it then?
Yeah, why even bother? Like it doesn't make any sense.
Because they must make money. Someone must buy it.
But I can't think of a game right now off the top of my head where they did this other than Shadow of War.
But like it costs them so little to put in microtransactions into a game that as soon as someone buys like one, they probably made their money back. Do you know what I mean?
That's true. That's true.
And it's not going to be one. They're going to sell thousands of them.
Well, let me ask you this then. Do you think that they're going to try to keep Far Cry alive? Like, you think, because like this game is like, realistically, I've cleared out the first region. If I did that same thing I did the first region, all the other regions, I'm kind of done with that game. Right?
Well, the DLC seems pretty interesting, and they're different too. Like the one's like a zombie map or something like that. So the DLC seems pretty crazy. But in terms of the core game, I think they're really going to rely on the arcade.
But what about like, but they're doing these live events. Like, why? Like, at that point, it's like.
Well, they did the same thing with Assassin's Creed.
I
Origins
did not know
has
that.
live events.
I did not know that.
Um,
Oh, and there's friggin' microtransactions in that too.
yeah.
So they must be making money.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so weird.
So
Well, there you have it. That's a
any
weird.
final thoughts, Adriano?
No, I don't know if I'll ever get to that game.
What, Far Cry? You're not gonna get to Far Cry 5.
Especially if they play 1, 2, 3.
I already played
Primal,
I've already
4.
played the first one.
Oh, you played the first one.
I played the first one
Alright.
on
2, 3, 4, Primal, and then
Well, you'll
5.
be stuck on 2 for 2.5 years. So
why?
Because it's a fucking long game.
Even if I do my main mission only shit.
Main missions take about an hour each.
Here's what's going to happen too. You can be like, "Oh, I'm almost done the game," and then you'll drive south, and there's a whole other map.
Yeah, there's 2 maps.
What?
Yeah, literally, like the game is like starting to like slight spoiler alert, but the game's starting to like finish up, and you're like, holy fuck! Like this was a big map, a big game. Like that took a long time. All of a sudden, it's like now we're going south. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, here we go. Whole other map, same size,
Yeah, it's incredible actually.
I had that game on 360.
and it's more dangerous.
I have that game on 360 and PC.
I want to go back and play it.
No, okay. You know what the worst part of that game is?
Should we do Let's Play of me
Well,
and Far Cry 2?
Let's stream it.
We got well,
Oh,
we got the malaria is one thing.
Yeah, but that's not that big of a deal.
No, it is a big deal.
No, it's not.
But the biggest thing that bothers you literally all the time is you're driving through and there's an outpost every 12 damn minutes. And it's not like in the other Far Cry games where it's like you cleared an outpost and the outpost is gone. Those outposts respawn people. You drive through an outpost because there's an outpost every 10 damn feet. Oh, the guys are like, they all like panicking, freaking out. They all run into the truck. They chase you down at full fucking speed, like faster than the truck can go. They shoot you. Your truck starts to break down. You got to hop out. You got to shoot them. Then you get out. Your truck's on fire.
Here's what I
burning.
did.
You got to fix it. Then you got to get off and drive. You do it every 10 feet.
Here's what I did, Matt. You pick a vehicle with a mounted gun. You drive through the checkpoint.
Yeah.
They'll come chasing after you. While you're driving, your car's still got momentum.
You press X and you go.
You go into the mounted gun. You turn around. You fire at the car. It blows up. You get back in. You keep driving.
No, you don't because your car is smoking.
No,
so you
no,
have to
it's
get
fine.
out because your car's now fucking smoking.
Well, then you weren't.
And then you go and you have to fix the car. You hop in. You drive another 2 minutes.
Matt,
Like it's
sounds like
every
you
2
need to get
damn
good.
minutes. No, I'm not struggling in terms of taking them down. I don't want to do it anymore. It's grindy.
Yeah, well,
Grindy.
if your car's smoking, I mean,
They're shooting at my car. Like that's what they're shooting at. Get the heck out of here.
I love that game.
That's a bold
A
statement,
lot
son.
of fond memories with that game. That was
I
great.
had a really good time on the map editor and Couch Co-op. I did not have a good time otherwise.
there's couch co-op.
Hell yeah.
Oh, they got rid of the brutal healing. Far Cry 5 doesn't have
Yeah.
any brutal healing.
That's true. Yeah, the brutal healing's pretty
That
gross.
sucks because you run out of health packs and then you just don't do anything.
You just die, yeah. That's it.
Whereas before you would like stick like a bullet through your like arm,
You pull the rod out of your leg and stuff.
or you like crack the bone back in and stuff. That was so good.
How many times? I remember one time I was driving away on a jet ski, again, being chased by guys from a fucking outpost. Jesus Christ. And I literally kept getting hurt, and I didn't have any like health kits or whatever it was in that game. So I kept, my guy just, every time I did the brutal thing, his arm was out of place. It was like, crack. And then I was like driving, and got hurt again, crack,
Yeah.
crack. And I was like, this guy's arm is like disintegrating. Like his bone is not going to be functional in a moment.
All right, that's all we got. Like us on the YouTube, and we're also on the iTunes. Like and subscribe on the iTunes,
And wherever you listen to podcasts,
wherever that may be, apparently. And we'll see you guys next week.
peace.